Hello and welcome to Auto Shenanigans. My name is John and Happy New Year to you. We are back with another episode of Britain's Abandoned Roads. Today we're in Puckeridge, a village in Hertfordshire that can trace its beginnings as far back as 250 BC. For centuries, Puckeridge thrived as it was situated at the halfway point between London and Cambridge on what was the old Cambridge Road, and it was an important stopping off point for the horse-drawn carriages and wagons, such was the style at the time. Puckeridge also benefited from being on the junction of the A120, which was a key route heading to the east. Today, we know this as the A10, which of course over the years has seen many changes to bypass the many small villages en route from London to Cambridge. Puckeridge was indeed one of those villages, and in the early 70s, a bypass was constructed, taking traffic away from the village centre. When constructing this bypass, bits of the old road were left abandoned as they simply weren't required as part of the new infrastructure, and that's what we've come to look at today. And this is actually a 2-for-1 episode because just north of Puckeridge lies a second abandoned road. However, we'll look at that in a moment. And there's also a bonus side quest that we're going to come to, which is nothing to do with abandoned roads, but it's pretty spectacular, I thought, nonetheless. Take a look on satellite images, and just to the south side of Puckeridge, you'll notice this straight section of road that would have connected Ermine Street to Cambridge Road. This was the original main route from London to Cambridge and is tiny by comparison to its replacement. Carrying on through today's high street of Puckeridge, the road would have headed north, and once you got to the White Hart pub, you would have been presented with a fork in the road. Left to carry on north up the A10 to Buntingford, or right down the B1368 to somewhere else. This brings us neatly onto the second abandoned road we've come to look at today, which would have been part of that fork junction. Here it is. With the new bypass being put in place and a large roundabout sited nearby as part of that construction, the fork in the road was removed in favour of curving the existing B1368 around to meet this new roundabout and then creating a T-junction to take care of the old A10, today known as Buntingford Road. Following these changes, much like before, this small section of road was just simply not required and has been left abandoned ever since. It hasn't seen a car in decades, and it's very unlikely that it ever will. Right guys, gosh, bright. Right, it's time for the side quest that I mentioned earlier. If you walk to the end of the old A10, you'll find this bridge, which in itself would have been fairly uninteresting. But as you explore further inside, you start to realise that there's something slightly different. Over the years, it seems to have become a bit of a hotspot for the local graffiti artists. Now normally I probably wouldn't bring this up, but the work and skills and the creativity that we can see here is out of this world, and I think it deserves a mention and a look. I'll get a couple of B-roll shots in there. If you want to watch to the end, I'll put together some sort of montage slideshow showing off the individual pieces of work, because it really is absolutely beautiful. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, that's Puckeridge. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch our little film. I do appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, you might be inclined to subscribe for more content like this. And of course, if you could hit the like button for me, it would be much appreciated. If you're on Twitter, give us a follow. It's @JohnShenanigans. It would be great to hear from you. If you guys have got any suggestions for abandoned roads that we should go and look at, please let me know. I'm quickly running out of ideas. So thanks again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. I shall see you guys next time for another exciting episode.